Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! It's a beautiful evening out there tonight. Thank you girls so much for watching my YouTube channel as much as you have today. You've been watching it a lot of likes, a lot of subscribers. Thank you guys so much for that. You're going to get me to over 100,000 plus views on this YouTube channel in no time. This is what I've been saying all along. You guys are the most incredible and most supportive fans that any YouTuber could ever want. And I don't know why anybody for the life of me would talk about anything else on YouTube other than Descendants or Zombies. What's wrong with these guys? I've often wondered, what is wrong with so many YouTube creators out there that they won't devote their time to talking about Descendants and Zombies? Something everybody loves so much. It is incredible how much you love Descendants and Zombies. And a year and a half ago, I noticed that. And I wanted to create a YouTube channel for you. And I accomplished that because you girls have been so supportive ever since the first video was uploaded on this YouTube channel. And I have each and every one of you to thank. This didn't happen because I decided to create a YouTube channel about Descendants and Zombies. This happened because you all fell in love with my content. And I can't thank you enough for that. I honestly don't know where I'd be. Probably working at some noodle shop 5 minutes away from my house. Which is actually true. There's a noodle shop 5 minutes away from my house. It's called Chinatown. And I was seriously thinking about putting in a resume for it, but because now you girls have made me a full-time YouTube creator, I no longer have to work at a noodle shop. I can just create videos for you about Descendants and Zombies for the rest of my life. And I think that would be really cool if I could actually make Descendants and Zombies videos for you guys for the rest of my life. Because you have been incredibly supportive of me, and I love you guys so much for that, from my heart to yours, because the reality of this is you could be on anybody else's YouTube channel tonight absorbing their Descendants and Zombies videos, which I don't think is a good idea. I think you should subscribe to this YouTube channel, because the next girl that subscribes to this YouTube channel will make 2,750 subscribers even, and that would be really cool. The only question is the 2,750th subscriber going to be you? That's what I'm wondering. That's the question, the age-old question that is hopefully going to be answered before the sun rises tomorrow morning. I would love to have 2,750 subscribers by the time tonight I head out to kill a bunch of vampires that could come in through my window and kill me at any given moment. So you're going to have to excuse me if I have to bolt and protect all of you, because that's what I do. Vampire Slayer by night, podcast host by day. That's how I live. That's why I moved into a house near a soda plantation and a chemical plant that could explode, which is quite dangerous. I wouldn't recommend that anybody do it. Please refrain from doing that. I love living here and having the opportunity to create these videos for you guys. I live on an island. I moved onto this island, and I love it so much. It's really isolated. There's only like 2 ways off of it: by boat that could crash and sink, and by plane that could crash and sink. Either way results in instantaneous death. But I wanted to live here on this island because it was so beautiful, and there's so many beautiful scenes here. So a lot of really beautiful scenery. So they could really take advantage of it and shoot Descendants here. But they chose British Columbia over this island, and I was kind of envious of it for a while. Oh man, I wanted to have like the British invasion on British Columbia, but it never happened. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support you have shown to this YouTube channel. I honestly don't know where I would be without each and every one of you. I'd probably just be playing video games tonight, and that's not really fun when you have to play a bunch of video games by yourself. Kind of like how I wish Ruby Rose Turner was here to play Fortnite with me every night. And the only way that can happen is if you girls hit the subscribe button a couple of 100 times, so Ruby will get these videos recommended to her YouTube account, and then Ruby will subscribe. And Ruby will say, this guy Jonathan Clarke is like really cool, seems really sweet. I'm going to go live with Jonathan Clarke and play Fortnite. And then I can shoot Descendants on his island where he resides, because it's beautiful. A lot of haunted locations where people go missing all the time. People go to sea in boats and go missing all the time. People go missing all the time in the woods when they go berry picking. They say the fairies take them, although I've never encountered any fairies in my lifetime. I've encountered a lot of really weird situations. I was with girls that thought they were vampires. That was creepy enough. I was with girls that thought they were witches and practiced witchcraft. And when stuff started blowing up and the houses started shaking, that was my cue to leave. Kind of like how Kylie Control's friend was with a guy a couple of years ago, and she found that he had one mattress on the floor and a couple of posters on his wall, and Kylie Control looked at her friend, called her on the phone, and told her that was your cue to leave. I'm really happy she got herself out of that situation. Because from where I choose to look at it, a girl's opinion is what matters in a relationship. You're right, and the guy is always wrong. The guy is always the idiot. And I say this because I have a lot of respect for girls. I have supported girls and their rights for forever. And I've always believed that a girl is right in a situation because all a girl ever does is help guys make sense of situations they can't make sense of because they're too stupid to realize what they've gotten themselves into. So a girl will try to help you, and then they're the one that's wrong all the time, which isn't necessarily what the case is. I think a girl is beautiful. I think a girl is incredibly talented, which is why I would love for you to subscribe to this YouTube channel because, I don't know, you girls just help me make sense of everything. You love Descendants and Zombies videos, and I just create them for you because I listen to you, unlike any other YouTube creator that you will find on YouTube tonight. I love creating videos for you. I honestly do. You're going to have to excuse me because I think I'm suffering from a zombie infection tonight. Every night after the sun sets, stuff starts happening to me. I get like clogged up in the throat. I get congested. I start coughing. All kinds of stuff. Although I did go for some tests to see if there was zombie blood in my system or vampire blood or whatever they do. And all my blood work came back okay, so I should be good to go. So if there's a vampire or a zombie watching this video tonight, I just want you to know that I'm coming for you because I got to get you before you get me. Oh, man. But honestly, I don't know where I'd be without each and every one of you. But honestly, thank you so much for just being so incredibly lovable and supportive of this YouTube channel. Kindness really does go a long way in this world. I've been saying this for forever. Kindness really does go a long way. So when a girl hits my like button or a girl hits my subscribe button, it shows kindness. And I think there is never enough kindness shown in this world. So the more girls that go out of the way to hit my subscribe button, oh, I love you dearly for it because it shows that you love these videos and you love what I talk about. You know, I know I'm a really silly guy sometimes, and I talk about dangling from the propellers of a helicopter and shooting 1,000 zombies and doing the whole Tom Cruise thing to save Addison. Oh, I love Meg Donnelly too. She is absolutely gorgeous, and she is so full of life. There's just something about Meg Donnelly's soul that's just so genuinely kind. And I say that because genuinely kind people are really hard to come by in this lifetime. If you have 2 or 3 really good, genuinely kind people in your life, then those are the people you have to hang on to for the rest of your life. Because those are the people that will help you make sense of everything and help you through life when you least expect it. And they are the ones that will forever and always love you. So if you have some genuine people, genuinely really good people in your life, you really have to hold on to them, and you have to make every moment count with them, and you have to cherish every single moment. Because one thing I've always believed is that time is the most precious commodity. And I say that because it's all about how we allocate time and how we spend time that's allocated to us. And the more sufficiently we spend our time, the more we're going to feel like our worth has been appreciated, and we feel as if we spent our times with the ones we love, which is something that I wish I had more time to have done in my past, which is why I was in possession of a pocket watch tonight. I really wish I had a pocket watch to go back in time and live through the 1990s and take Kylie Contrell to the prom. I would love to have Kylie Contrell as a prom date, man, because my prom, when I was 18 years old, I had no date. I was a real loser. I think I back body dropped somebody into the miniature fan at the back of the auditorium that night. I don't know why I did it. I think I was sitting down on the bench near the fountain that night, and then this guy comes over with his date, and he's like, "Can you move?" And I was like, man, I'm like going through a really depressing time in my life. Can you please cut me some slack and back off? And the next thing I knew, I was executing a back body drop to this guy in the fountain. It was an experience that I never ever did forget. But I think that if I could go back in time, yeah, I would have took Kylie Contrell to the prom. She would have been my prom date, and I would have had the best night of my life. I know that a lot of people go through a lot of really traumatic experiences like bullying and feeling really discouraged about dreams they may have had, but I want you to know something. I have never ever wanted to take away hopes and dreams of anybody that they may have had. I've always wanted to encourage you to believe in yourself and believe in your dreams no matter what that dream is. And I really don't care what your dream is, just go for it. Because you only have one life to live, and you've got to make every opportunity count. When life gives you lemons, you just got to make lemonade. I know that's a real cliche saying that's been said 1,000 times over, and we've said another 1,000 times. But when life gives you lemons, you really got to make the most of every opportunity that you got. Because if you don't, you're never going to get that chance again. You never know when that chance is going to be apparent again. So you've really got to make the most of every opportunity that you have. Which is why I took full advantage of becoming a YouTube creator, because I really didn't want to have to work at a noodle shop 5 minutes away from my house, which is 5 minutes away from a soda plantation, and a chemical plant that could explode. And to make matters worse, they're kind of side by side. So, I don't know. Yeah. So this is how I live, man. I used to play a lot of PlayStation 5 video games all the time, and then I started creating YouTube videos in like 2005. YouTube showed up in 2005, and it was really freaky how it happened for YouTube. These two guys were just sitting in their room one night, kind of like I am here tonight, and they were like, "Hey man," one looked at the other and were like, "Hey man, what do you think if we start up a video sharing website where people could upload their own videos to YouTube and become famous overnight?" And the other guy looked at him and he said, "Sure, man, that sounds like a really cool idea." So within 2 days, they created this YouTube website, called it YouTube. YouTube went all YouTube.com. And then Google found out about it. And Google was a multi-billion-dollar company. And they bought YouTube off these two guys for like $645 million. And they split it down the middle. And now, YouTube is owned by Google, and there are more users on YouTube than ever before. And because of you, I'm famous overnight for having created Descendants and Zombies videos, and I think that is really, really cool. Thank you so much for that, honestly, because you could be on anybody else's YouTube channel tonight watching their Descendants and Zombies videos, but you're here with me. You know, my favorite Descendants movie ultimately became The Rise of Red, and I'll tell you why my favorite movie became the Descendants Rise of Red movie, because of just how beautiful the characters were. The characters were so incredible, and they were incredibly supportive of the fans, and they encouraged the fans more than perhaps any other star of the Descendants franchise ever did. Now, I know Dove Cameron went out of her way and Sophia Carson went out of her way to offer encouragement and advice to fans because I saw it. But I've never ever seen people like Kylie Cantrell go out of their way so much to connect with their fans and their audience to make them feel so supported and so appreciative of what they were doing for people like Kylie and Ruby. It was almost as if they realized that, you know, they had watched Descendants and Zombies since they were 9 years old, and all they ever wanted to do was have the opportunity to entertain you as part of those franchises. And they got the opportunity because of each and every one of you. Now, I know Disney had a lot to do with that because Kylie Cantrell was just incredibly talented. And I just was so supportive of Kylie in 2000, at least 6 or 7, when she was uploading videos on YouTube. I've been a huge fan of Kylie for what feels like my entire life. I remember watching her reviewing shows like Victorious and Sam and Cat, which were some of the greatest kids' TV shows ever made. As far as I'm concerned, Victorious had the most talented cast for a kids' TV show ever assembled. And I will forever give Victoria Justice a special place in my heart because of that. And this is coming out of the mouth of a guy who was really supportive of Hannah Montana 2 years ago. I was incredibly supportive of Hannah Montana. I thought she was the best singer ever. I always thought Miley could sing anything. And here comes Kylie Cantrell and Ruby Rose Turner being a part of the Descendants, The Rise of Red. They were receiving so much criticism, and I said to myself, you know, hold on, back up a second. Why are Ruby Rose Turner and Kylie Cantrell being criticized so much? I mean, I love them so much, so I got to do something about this. I mean, there are millions of girls who are fans of Descendants and Zombies, and I thought to myself, you know, you guys have heard disastrous commentaries that have made no sense, and I just wanted to create something special for each and every one of you, and I like to believe that I did that, long after two guys split a fortune down the middle of $349 million each. And now, because of YouTube, I no longer have to work at a noodle shop called Chinatown. Hi-ya! I can just create Descendants and Zombies videos for the rest of my life. That depends on how many people hit the subscribe button, and if, in fact, I do have 2,750 subscribers by the end of tonight. You know, interesting fact, if I get like 416.2 million subscribers on this YouTube channel, I will beat out Mr. Beast. And the thing is, you're thinking to yourself, 416 million subscribers, that's a long way to go. Well, 416 million.2 to be exact to surpass Mr. Beast. But if I ever want to win the heart of Ruby Rose Turner, it's either you all subscribe and give me like 3 million subscribers so Ruby will recommend these videos on Ruby's YouTube, or I will have to outbeat Mr. Beast. Because there's no other way that Ruby's going to find out about this loser who plays PlayStation 5 video games. And, you know, to be honest with each and every one of you, I don't want to have to play Fortnite for the rest of my life. I mean, there's lots of video games I would like to play with Ruby, like Call of Duty, or Crash Bandicoot, or all these multiplayer games like It Takes Two, or Split Fiction, or Super Mario Bros., or Donkey Kong. I mean, that new Donkey Kong game coming out on Nintendo Switch 2 looks really cool. I was thinking about buying Nintendo Switch 2 in a couple of weeks, but if Ruby's not here, There's no point in me ever thinking about buying a Nintendo Switch 2, man. Because there was just something about Ruby's voice. What did it for me about Ruby was Ruby's personality. And Ruby was just so genuinely kind. Man, I love Ruby so much. Ruby was just so genuinely kind and so beautiful and so talented. I mean, Ruby was everything wrapped up in the one. I mean, any guy that would ever have the honor to be with Ruby Rose Turner would be blessed. And I hope that whoever ends up with Ruby, I just want to put it out there. Whoever ends up with Ruby, I hope you realize how lucky you are. And I want to say this about Kylie Contrell too. Whoever ends up with Kylie Contrell, I hope they realize how lucky they are. And I'm talking about for the rest of your life, because I know that if I was with Kylie Contrell, I would know how lucky I am, and I would feel very blessed to just be in their presence, honestly. And I say the same thing about each and every one of you who have subscribed to this YouTube channel. I know I am really silly, but you're going to have to forgive me because I'm a really sweet guy. I hope that you find somebody that you can spend the rest of your life with who appreciates you for who you are and how much you're worth, because you're worth more than words could ever say. Girls help me make sense of everything. I know that every relationship I've ever been in has ended disastrously because, I wanted more out of life. I wanted to create a YouTube channel, and oftentimes I chose each and every one of you over things that I probably should have never chosen you over. But it's because it has everything to do with how I recognize the popularity of Descendants of Zombies. And because I recognize the popularity of Descendants of Zombies, I just wanted to create something extraordinarily special for each and every one of you that you could trust in. You could trust in a YouTube channel having at least one video every day uploaded for you. You could trust in a YouTube channel for providing you with videos that were funny, that you felt engaged and you felt appreciated after watching. Because I know that a lot of YouTube creators upload videos about Descendants of Zombies and they don't even talk to their audience. And I love talking to you through sharing stories that relate to Descendants of Zombies. I would love the opportunity to have written the script for Descendants of Zombies because I have a lot to offer. I have a lot of creative energy, and I'm very exuberant, and I love the feeling of being exuberant. There's just something about dangling for your life from the propellers of a helicopter when it's about to explode that I love. I find it very cool that I live near a house that's near a soda plantation and a chemical plant that could explode. I honestly do. And I did it for each and every one of you. I put $5,000 behind this YouTube channel, and I haven't regretted it or looked back since. And I did it because I love each and every one of you so much, because you don't know how far kindness can go until you actually open up your heart and let kindness run wild. And what I mean by that is every single time you hit the like button or hit the subscriber button, what happens is you boost this YouTube channel that much further out into the algorithm so somebody can find these videos who might be having a rough day, who probably wants to hear me talking about how much I want to kick Kylie Contrell's ex-boyfriend's ass. Like I'm talking vertical suplex through a table in a nightclub somewhere, or a pool. You know what? I would love to be, in a nightclub with Ruby Rose Turner and Kylie Contrell when that song APT by Bruno Mars, APT Ottawa, is playing, and walk in and just execute a vertical suplex on Kylie Contrell's man through a pool table. I know that wouldn't result in anything good, but he would deserve it for how he treated Kylie Contrell. Man, no girl should be treated the way Kylie ever was. And when I saw Kylie Contrell crying on videos, man, I really wanted to go all Ninja Turtle and RoboCop-like, because Kylie Contrell deserves so much better than what she's gotten out of life, honestly. I want Kylie Contrell to know the support is here for her on this YouTube channel, and even when Kylie Contrell feels as if she has nobody for support, she has me, and she has all of you. And that's the most incredible gift I think that I've ever been given as a YouTube creator, is knowing that each and every one of you are here and you love these videos. I can't even begin to put into words how appreciative I am of each and every one of you for always hitting my like button, always hitting my subscribe button, which I hope you continue to do. Because honestly, the greatest honor I've ever had bestowed upon me is having the honor and the privilege of being able to connect with each and every one of you, hear your stories while I share my stories with you that oftentimes are really crazy. I was actually reading a news item the other day. It showed up on my phone that there is actually an unidentified alien spacecraft on its way to Earth. It is the size of a football field, apparently, and it's going to be here in November of 2025. So it's coming to kill us all. So the theory in Zombies 3, where aliens came to invade Seabrook, could be becoming a reality. So it just goes to prove my theory to be accurate. Everything we do see on Disney Channel is real. So we got to prepare ourselves for an alien invasion. Either that or a zombie invasion or a vampire slaying exhibition we all have to go out on. But thankfully you guys got me. Because if there is an alien spacecraft coming that's going to kill us all by November 2025, at least we wanted to spend money on Christmas stuff. But the thing is, if there is a alien spacecraft coming to kill us in November of 2025, I'm going to have to protect all of you, so at least you got me. And I've been slaying vampires and zombies for my entire life. I've been involved with girls who thought they were members of cults and thought they were vampires, and it wasn't good because then I had to kick the ass of their vampire lord boyfriends. It was never good. And then you wonder why the vampires and zombies swore down and the vampires didn't have fangs. Duh, because it's really creepy. And you don't want to have some girl watching this at like 7 years old crying her eyes out afraid to go to sleep because she watched a movie where vampires had fangs and they were going to do the whole suck your blood thing. Man, you got to take into consideration the ages of these kids that are watching this. And yeah, you know, I when I used to watch stuff with vampires that used to show their fangs and stuff when I was a kid, I was really creeped out by it. And you know, I'm really appreciative of how Disney really puts it out there that instead of, you know, vampires having fangs and killing you and all this kind of stuff, I really appreciate how Disney has this happily ever after kind of style to the movies where nobody dies. Like, for instance, I saw Fantastic Four First Steps the other day, and I was crying my eyes out because, of course, Mr. Fantastic and the Invisible Woman had a baby, and then the baby had superpowers, and then Galactus came to kill planet Earth, and I was like, holy shit, Galactus is going to kill us all. And then the baby had superpowers, and then his mom died at the end of it. I thought it was going to be Fantastic 3. I was like, oh my god, Fantastic 3, bro. And then the Invisible Woman comes back to life and the baby starts clapping, oh yeah, 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 like, and I was like, woohoo, Fantastic 4 again. You know, Disney has this really good way of creating great movies and, you know, inspiring people that every dream that you have comes true. And I've always just wanted to encourage people that every dream can come true. No matter how unrealistic your dream may seem to be, I want you to know something. Every dream that you have can become a reality. And the chances of alien invasion are very real. No matter how many times anyone tells you, your friends or people who don't necessarily take you serious, that an alien invasion could happen. I mean, I read it in the news the other day. It came up as a special alert, you know, an alert on my phone. And I checked it. I was like, man, could this be real? And then the same alerts started popping up in China and Jamaica and Germany and places like, holy shit. So, I mean, you got to always be ready for this kind of stuff and get them before they get you, honestly. But I'll keep you updated on everything happening. I'll prepare you for zombie apocalypses. I'll prepare you for vampire invasions and alien apocalyptic takeovers because I love issuing videos about that kind of stuff and talking about it. So I found it really convenient that it actually did pop up on my phone. And Ruby, I want you to know wherever you are out there in the world tonight, I love you so much. Don't ever let anybody hold you back from your dreams and your aspirations in life because you are incredibly talented. And Kylie, you got to stop crying, man, because there are good guys out there. Genuine guys do exist because I'm one of them. And thankfully enough for you, for your sake, I love you so much for what it's worth. And I will never, ever take you for granted. And I will appreciate you, Kylie, because you have deserved to be appreciated far long enough now. And I just want to give you a reason to open up your eyes every morning and be happy. As if these fans haven't given you a reason anymore to open your eyes every morning and be happy. I just wanted to always give you a reason to stop crying and open up your eyes and be happy. And I hope you know what? I hope Kylie Control sees these videos because I am incredibly supportive of Kylie Control, just as I am incredibly supportive of each and every one of you. All I've ever wanted to do is create funny, really, really cool videos about Descendants of Zombies, and I like to believe that I have the most popular Descendants of Zombies themed YouTube channel on the internet, with or without aliens coming to kill us all. I like to believe that I do have the most popular Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel on the internet. And Meg Donnelly, I do think you are an incredible actress. I think you're an incredible singer. Your EP, Dying Art, is fabulous. Go to megdonnelly.com and purchase it off iTunes. It's beautiful. And I think Kylie Control's EP is beautiful. I use the word beautiful a lot in these sentences because beautiful is the only way I can use to describe these characters. Incredible. I must have watched Descendants: The Rise of Red, oh, dare I say, 100 times, and I haven't looked back since, and I haven't regretted it. And I haven't regretted falling in love with this niche. If I could go back in time and we're in possession of a pocket watch, I go back in time to fall in love with it all over again because it's an experience that I will forever cherish. Know this, Descendants of Zombies universe, you will forever and always hold a special place in my heart, and I will always cherish each and every one of you. We will do this again tomorrow morning, and I want you to know that you will forever and always be very important to me. Looks like there's a couple of alerts popping up on my screen. I don't know why. Stuff always happens on my computer. My computer comes on and off all the time by itself. There it goes again. But yeah, I think people need to really start taking Disney Channel and Disney Plus more serious than what they have been, because while the news will tell you stuff that is very hard to decipher, at least Disney Channel tells us this is going to happen. And it might not happen today or tomorrow, but it will eventually happen, because as I said here earlier, everything you see on Disney Channel is real. You just got to be prepared for every situation. That could mean your soda plantation or chemical plant is going to explode. That could mean vampires are going to come in through your window at any given moment and kill you. Zombies, the same thing. And you can never be too sure. Your best friend could be a zombie or a vampire. You just got to get them before they get you, man. I always thought that I lived across the road from a vampire for years. Guys were from Alaska. They were like from the Yukon. And it's crazy enough that you live across the road from a vampire, much less a vampire who's from the Yukon. Ukraine. Man, it was really crazy. And if you have vampires that are from Ukraine, I mean, that's a that's a messed up situation in its own right. That's a real got to get them before they get you situation. You can never be too prepared. Stop laughing. I hope you enjoyed this video so much as I enjoyed creating it for you. We will do this again tomorrow, and I hope that your dreams do come true tomorrow. If they didn't come true today, don't worry. Tomorrow is another opportunity because I love you so much, and as long as you have my love, I guess that's worth something, or at least I hope somebody's going to hit my subscribe button. Hopefully someone's going to find this video really cool, find the guy really sweet hosting the show. One can only hope. That's the only hope I got. Until I create another video for you, drop it on my YouTube channel tomorrow morning. As you shut your eyes tonight and look at the stars, know that everything is going to be okay. Why, you may ask? Well, because it has to be. Because I look at the same moon and the same stars that you do every single night, and somewhere in that constellation within it, the words I love you are written. You may have to look a little bit harder than others to find it, but I trust you that you will find it because it's written in there somewhere. And just know everything is going to be okay, because your dreams, just as the dreams of everybody else out there watching this video, will come true. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but they will all eventually come true and become a reality for you. I trust in you, and I know you're going to hit the subscribe button, and I am thinking about you. I read your comments. I hit the like button all the time for you guys, send you heart emojis, because you're great people. You're incredibly supportive. I love you so much. Thank you for just being here, and knowing you're here is an incredible and amazing experience for me. This has been an experience that I will forever cherish. And because of you, I no longer have to have dreams and aspirations of working at a noodle shop. I can create videos about Descendants and zombies for the rest of my life, and I don't have to take crazy pills anymore because of you. Because you love Descendants and zombies, and you're going to hit my subscribe button. Or at least one can only hope. 35,000 views as of tomorrow morning when the sun rises. Thank you so much. You're beautiful. Thank you so much for the almost 3,000 subscribers. One away from 2,750 subscribers. I love you guys so much. Be kind to one another. Until next time, same bat channel. Believe that happily ever after does exist forever. It can become a reality, and you can find your true love. And dreams do emphatically come true. Bye, YouTube. Be kind to one another. We will do this again tomorrow morning.